sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Tucker McCann now set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Nashville. JoJo Natson now on the return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Fights him off. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Bud Dupree leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield looks to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. To throw is Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Frisker, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Play action. It's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. It was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Henry again. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Henry. And this time he is in. Derrick Henry punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
This is JoJo Natson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise, this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Pro Bowl. Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's third down. To throw, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Parkey adds the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 40 seconds to go, that's, you'd think, time enough to try to mount a drive should they decide to do so. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City, and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry. And it's 3rd and short. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So the scoring dried up here in the third. Nothing that quarter for either side. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down now, it's Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 28 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
He's on bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Hey, I'm coming. My 28.
Tannehill. Complete. It's Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tannehill on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Tannehill throwing again. Towards the end zone for Brown. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. McCann now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. McCann's got it teed up. Returning it, here's Natson. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have... There he goes, right side. The 40. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. 116 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Mayfield now. And finding the tight end, Hooper. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Throwing, Tannehill. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. picked by Ronnie Harrison. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe trite, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First down, Cleveland.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said.